Hop back into the media availability happening right now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Head coach Finch speaking right now. Let's take a listen.
Be other ways to breathe that back in.
Honestly, I didn't feel it was had anything to do with those guys. I thought it was just guys not really paying attention to where they were on the floor. So little details like that. Kind of got in each other's way. It happens when you kind of go off script too much offensively. People don't know where to go because they're trying to react to you, and then you're not really in good spots. So
Chris, Ant and Dante can check a lot of boxes for you guys, and now you have guys who can generate good offense and other guys who can hit tough shots. You have guys who can play good defense and other guys who can turn it in transition. How do you prioritize the either or?
Yeah, that's part of figuring out the lineup combinations right now. For sure. I think Game 5, if nothing else, served as a good way to look at a few things with different combinations, and also get some of those guys like the Jalen's and the TJ's and the Kyle even a little bit more comfortable with game plan execution and finer points of the game right there. So but even guys who had been playing major roles in the series didn't really kind of execute at the level we needed them to either. So that's certainly something that we got to look at, is which combinations of guys we decide to put out there for what reasons.
You got a lot of energy in Game 4 off of defense and easy baskets.
Yeah.
Kyle got into it. When you look at that, is that just a chance kind of thing, or do you emphasize that and try to create that?
We want to try to create that as much as we possibly can. We did just the opposite. We gave them all the energy by turning it over 25 times. Can't do that. You could talk about a lot of things. You can talk about spacing, lineup combinations, execution. But if you're going to turn it over 25 times, which is our highest turnover percentage of the entire season, you're not winning that game. So you're not winning any game really for us right now. So we got to avoid those turnovers, and a lot of them were in transition. Places where we have a chance to make easier plays or momentum plays or energy plays. So.
Defense has continued to be kind of the winning identity for this team. How do you get back to that without Dante and Ant? And basically, what type of rotation do you need to make your defense the best it can be?
Well, there's no doubt that we miss Dante and Ant and all the things they do offensively and defensively, but we played a large part of Game 4 without those guys, and so and we still have really good defenders elsewhere. And I didn't like our attack mindset the other day. Thought we were kind of weighted on our heels a little bit too much, we just got to be better, getting back to what we thought when we know will work for us better.
What's the value, Chris, in just having a day of practice? I probably haven't seen a high wall in just be able to kind of replicate these things out even briefly.
Yeah, I think film was revealing today. I think for the guys, I think it was they understood what happened and what we needed to do, and be able to go out here and go through a lot of concepts from both ends of the floor. So it was a benefit to have this day for sure.
When you get to the playoffs, is film more beneficial if you can only pick one or the other?
No, being on the floor is always more beneficial, because you get to kind of walk through and explain everything. So.
Chris, with Rudy on offense, it seems like a lot of the time when he's involved is a product of them putting 2 on Ant, and then he's kind of getting the ball in that way. Is his offensive role changed without Ant, or how are ways to keep him involved without that?
Well, I think I didn't like our screening. I didn't think we screened well as part of our execution. I thought it was part of our soft mentality the other day. That's certainly a place where Rudy can be involved offensively. You screen better. You have a chance to get yourself free. I thought one of the biggest things they did was they set a ton of illegal screens. They really came out to try to screen well, and also separate Rudy in particular. I thought there was a lot of illegal screens called in that game, and they could have called double the amount. So, but the point is less about their illegal screens, more about the fact we didn't really screen much at all, you know. So we got to do a better job of that. And Rudy will be involved in the game offensively. He can go to the glass. You know, we can still find him in the role. There's no doubt. You know, there's a lot of ways that we can help him do that. But primarily, you know, he needs to keep the defense up.
Chris, you mentioned after Game 5 that TJ's first stint had some defensive kind of mistakes, and it seems like that's been something he's been kind of struggling with all season. Like,
yeah.
How do you, I guess, clean that up at this point in the season?
I don't clean that up. He cleans it up. It starts with gotta be ready. He's got to be you know, engaged. He's got to be fully committed to that side of the ball. You know, one thing he has done he doesn't foul. He was fouling a lot early. That was really hurting him. It's like the only way I can clean him up is sit him on the bench. Right? That's the only way I can clean it up. So he knows what we need from him right now. So he's got to be ready, and he's got to be ready to execute defensively. And there's no reason that he shouldn't be a good defender with his body type, with his athleticism, and he's a pretty smart player. So.
Kind of on that same line, Jalen had a really good second shift. Yeah. Always kind of seems to be engaged in defense.
Yeah.
What is it about Jalen that kind of gives you confidence to throw him out in those games? Throw him out on the floor.
Yeah, I think you know, he is a good defender. We know that, and you know, he's struggled. Only thing that's hurt him this year was also fouling. You know, so he's cleaned that up a little bit. We, you know, oftentimes get stuck having to choose situationally whether we want to play TJ or Jalen. And, you know, TJ's offense has been really helping us when we've been down on numbers, so we've gone that direction. So it's really nothing other than, you know, Jalen is who he's always been, and that's a defender. Now, I think he does have to learn the nuance of guarding different people different ways. I think sometimes he comes out and tries to guard everyone the same way. It's just, you know, not atypical for young defensive players. Jaden was the same way for his first several years. So, but yeah, we've seen him guard a lot of top guys in the league, and it's not easy, but he does his best. You know?
Who do you think have been some of the better two-player combinations off the bench for you of the existing personnel left?
Of the existing personnel that's left.
In other words, Dante, when you're going to your bench, you're talking about player combinations off the bench. Who do you think have been particularly effective?
Which two?
Yeah. Or what two? What pairings?
Oh. I mean, I would say this, like, I'm not a believer in two-man groupings, you know? Like, you can look at a two-man lineup, it means nothing. There's just too much variance around it. But which guys off the bench? I mean, obviously Nas, right?
I'm just talking about, like, who
you want to go back and come back with another question?
who is synergistic?
I mean, Kyle's a connector. You know, he's always been a great connector for us. So he's you know, it's just with Kyle right out there right now, like, you know, he unlocked a lot of really good shots. But also it's what they're doing and how they're guarding at the other end of the floor that, you know, matters too. So we have every confidence in all of our guys off the bench, but you know, I would say Kyle and Bones have been a good combination when they've played together. So.
Can't believe it won't give me the game plan.
I mean, if you're asking for the game plan.
What do you think of the Nas TJ pairing? Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, you were just listening to head coach Chris Finch for the Minnesota Timberwolves as they are playing, as they're playing the Denver Nuggets, listening to our producer in my ear. They play the Denver Nuggets tomorrow at home. Of course, they were asked plenty of questions about how to just kind of clean up what didn't go right for them in this last game, because they do have a chance to win this in 6 games and potentially close it out tomorrow. Pierre Nugent is there.